Hello, Max.
Oh, hello,
Hey.
Doctor.
Hey.
I thought we were going to hear the Rembrandts first. No, not today. No more Rembrandts.
Oh, no, well, I was only because I was actually about to tell you about, because the Pope has been nominated for this Classical Brits Awards in the upcoming edition of Pope Stars, as I would like to hope that it's called. Sadly, I don't think it will be. But so, which gave me the opportunity to type the words Pope and music into a search engine, and it turns out that the Vatican have just released the Vatican's top 10 rock albums.
Right.
Which is great because, you know, if you're looking for a all-encompassing, you know, forget the hottest 100. This is the Vatican's top one. You know, this is...
The Vatican has preferences on rock albums.
It does.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so maybe this is like, you know, this is the Vatican and their advice. You know, if you are going to listen to rock music, this is what you should listen to, perhaps. These are 10 rock albums officially sanctioned by the Vatican. Number 1, Revolver by the Beatles. Of course.
Sure.
David Crosby is in there. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Rumours by Fleetwood Mac.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Swinging Couples, sanctioned by the Vatican. Donald Fagen from Steely Dan's in there. Michael Jackson, Paul Simon, U2, of course. Oasis have made it in there. And number 10 is Supernatural by Carlos Santana. This is the album that features Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20 having a bit of a croon with that "Or Else Forget About It" song.
You haven't said where Creed are yet.
Creed did not make it into the top 10.
They didn't make it.
My goodness.
Those guys are going to be bummed. That's awful for them.
You reckon that was their whole point?
They've been building up to that and have it snatched away.
Oh, all of these days, just trying to get that. Oh dear,
So cruel.
Well, I'm very now. So we're coming up. We're doing the A to Z of bad music, and we are up to the letter C,
We are
of
up to
which
that, yeah.
Creed could fit into that category quite well.
Could indeed, could indeed. But before we get to that, we've got more urgent matters to turn to.
What's going on with Limp Bizkit?
What's going on? Well, as it happens, Doctor, they've been recording a new album. But before they could start recording a new album, Fred Durst had to get the old band back together. He had to do that because obviously it was only after Wes Borland left the band in 2002 that they became a terrible pox on humanity. So he's getting them back together.
With Wes Borland?
Yes,
the dude
with
that
Wes
paints himself
Borland.
up all silly and runs around the stage.
Yeah, we're talking the lineup that was on Significant Other. Classic shit right
Was
there.
this the lineup that was on the Hot Dog Flavoured Water album, I think?
Indeed. After that, the wheels fell off. But we're
Yes,
going back
not
to...
before that.
No, certainly not. In the 5 years since Limp Bizkit's last album, Fred's had a lot of time to think about things. He got a Twitter account and posted rhymes like, "It's Freddie D. I'm going to attack this. No slack. Flip you like a mattress. Y'all's tactics need practice. Who's actor? Who's actress?"
So that's what he
does Twitter raps.
Good.
At Fred Durst. Follow him. I'd
I think I
recommend
will
it.
follow Fred Durst at Twitter.
He also thought of a title for the new Limp Bizkit album. It's going to be called Golf Cobra. And according to Wes Borland, it's going to have a Daft Punk vibe. And that's...
What's going on with Limp Bizkit?
Awesome. All right. Well, Max, after this tune, we're going to delve into the A to Z of bad music. And may I just give everyone a little bit of a hint?
Please.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar.
It's time for Letter C this week. And...
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Such a sexy.
Oh, yes, it's Crazy Town. You might remember them. Yes. They were the LA Jocks who ruled the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 golden weeks in 2001 with that rage headache-inducing shitstorm Butterfly. They had bleached blonde spikes, elaborate facial hair, and lyrics that made Fred Durst look like Wordsworth or someone.
Hey, sugar mama, come and dance with me. The smartest thing you ever did was take a chance with me. Whatever tickles your fancy, girls, me and you like Sid and Nancy. So sexy.
That just captures the essence of love for me. That is...
That and bright tattoos on your collarbone and a weird little hand dance.
Yes, the hand dance.
The hand dance.
Consummate romance. Crazy Town formed in 1995 when Brett Epic Mazur and Seth Shifty Shellshock Binzer decided to go halves on a pair of extra long cargo shorts. Between 95 and 99, they accumulated other dudes who wanted in on some shorts, including Nicole Richie's ex-boyfriend and recent death victim DJ AM.
Oh.
Yeah, It's true.
wow.
In the original incarnation of Crazy Town. In 1999, they released the album that we know best, their debut, The Gift of Game, which featured a gross fictional character called Little Lolita.
Got a lollipop corn bitch. A hardcore sex bitch turn suicidal. Got a lollipop corn bitch. A hardcore sex bitch turn suicidal.
I've got a lollipop porn bitch, a hardcore sex bitch turned suicidal. That song's about her. That's about Little Lolita, their mascot.
Oh,
It's
nice.
It's nice, isn't it? Here's what the official Crazy Town website had to say about the success of The Gift of Game. Stick a fork in Crazy Town. They're done. That's what everyone, including the band itself, thought when the first 2 singles off their debut album only generated minimal airplay. Then they released Butterfly, a breezy breakthrough hit that soared straight to number 1. All of a sudden, Crazy Town garnered critical praise from the likes of Rolling Stone, the LA Times, and the Village Voice, who called the single one of the greatest summer hits of all time. And people wonder why magazines are a dying medium. Now, Crazy Town released their second album in 2002 and even managed to convince Rivers Cuomo from Weezer to get involved. He did this. Which isn't terrible, but it's a matter of principle. I would think. Now, as always seems to happen, Crazy Town, they tried to branch out on their second album, Dark Horse. They got some acoustic guitars and thought they'd give the adult contemporary market a go.
I was a skull in the ground, now I'm a star in the sky. I went from crawling around to being able to fly. Saw no future for me until I opened my eyes. I was a skull in the ground, now I'm a star in the sky.
Obviously, that didn't work. Crazy Town broke up in 2003 to pursue other projects. Shifty Shellshock released a solo album called Shifty. Brett Mazur started a record label called The Pharmacy, and Rust Epic and DJ AM succumbed to death. And now, early 2008, someone thought it would be a good idea to give rap rock another chance, so Crazy Town reformed. They were meant to release an album called Crazy Town Are Back around the middle of the year, but never really happened. I gave their record label, Sony BMG, a call just to see what was going on there.
Yes.
And they were very cagey. It's a complicated scenario. They're still signed to Sony BMG in the US, but not Australia.
There's still skulls on the ground, and some of them are stars in the sky. They haven't decided which are which yet.
That's right. The very polite lady on the telephone told me that while Sony BMG Australia still holds the rights to any future Crazy Town albums, they have no plans to release Crazy Town Back, which is a cunning move, I would say. Now, yeah, you kind of forget how much people were sucked into the whole new metal phenomenon. I mean,
Come, my lady, come, my lady.
I didn't forget, Max. I've never forgotten.
with the benefit of hindsight, we can identify it as being the worst thing ever. It's too bad to ever even be revived as an ironic trend. But back then, it was totally acceptable and even taken seriously. I don't want to resort to hyperbole. It's a bit like Nazi Germany, only Jonathan Davis never made it onto the cover of Time magazine.
Max Laverne, thank you very much for taking us through C in the A to Z of bad music. Next week, we're up to D. Go to the forum and leave your requests for D.